Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Hopefully you guys are all having a fantastic day. Today's upload is going to be about it's a long range outlook, I would say, and it's going to be about the potential for several major storms. I'm not going to call them winter storms because yes, they will have some snow to them, but typically December, the storms that do come across the United States are memorable with snow, but we're heading into a very unique warm pattern that doesn't happen too often in December, and that will be leading to major rain all the way up into Canada. So not much snow for the next couple of weeks across the United States at all. We are actually going to be taking a break from these storms. But I will be making a video on this tomorrow as to why these storms may be why this warm weather may be actually a precursor to a very cold and snowy January and February. So stay tuned for that. If you'd like to support this channel, consider liking the video, consider subscribing, consider commenting. Any of those things is greatly appreciated. If you're a new viewer, check out my channel, get a feel for what my channel is about, and then you could subscribe. If you are a member or a viewer, old returning viewer, you like my videos but not a subscriber yet, feel free to do so. So right now we're looking at the GFS. This is the newest model run. You can see it still hasn't come out fully, so I'll use this model run all the way up to 180 and from 186 I will be using the older model run. But even I wouldn't. It's not that now it moved up a little bit, but it's not. It doesn't matter that much. Anything past, I would say 150 is not even. It may not even happen at all. The pattern, anything up to 150, I would take into consideration. So obviously, this storm is already happening. This is very close out, 6 hours out. It's already occurring, and I mean, you can see there's absolutely no snow at this storm. No snow. It's all rain. It's all rain. It's very warm. Moves up. Some people are talking about a major snowstorm for the East Coast. Guys, I'm just gonna tell you right now, it's not looking like if it's gonna happen. If there is gonna be a major nor'easter or a snowstorm in the Northeast, then that would be. Sorry, guys, I needed to sneeze there. Apologize. And if there was going to be a snowstorm that's going to form and hit the Northeast, then I would be really shocked, and I just don't think that's going to happen right now. I looked at most of the models, are not showing really much signs of anything. We go through in time, you can see maybe a little bit of snow here across northern Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Vermont, Maine, New York. Definitely not looking too good for snow production across those areas. And the reason for that is because it's going to be, warm, above average conditions and not necessarily cold enough for snow. So we go in through time, maybe some wraparound snow showers in the Northeast. And let's go back here. I want to show you the Northwest. We are going to be experiencing some major storms hitting the Northwest, including states like California, Washington, Oregon. That's going to go through in time. We pass through the time. We get another system passing into the Northwest. So the Northwest will be absolutely getting pounded by these storms, storm after storm. And then you could see another storm starting to take shape, evolves into another low, kind of the parent lows up there, evolves into more of a central United States low, maybe some snow. This is still so far out, but big storms, it looks to be coming our way. In terms of the West, the East, all across the country seems to be big storms impacting maybe just the South and the Southwest, not as much. But as of now, the East, the North, maybe not as much, but still the North and the Northwest will be especially impacted by these big storms. Let's go to let's go to the 12Z Friday and show you the rest of the forecasting period, which this newest model run does not go out to because it's a new model run. So let's go out here. You can see maybe getting a little bit colder, some snow spreading into the northern portions, into the Midwest. That passes through. Maybe we'll need to watch, potential for some storms. So it seems around Christmas time, the pattern may get a little bit more colder, a little bit more active, not nearly as warm. If we were to look at the 2-meter temperature anomalies, let's just go from hour zero with this. They haven't changed much from the new model run at all. This is very consistent as of now. So we're seeing very warm conditions, very warm. I mean, you can see ridiculously warm around James Bay, Hudson Bay. That's just 28 degrees above average. So that's just undeniably we're going into a warm pattern as of now, a break in the cold. And that's actually, many people like it. We have been having a very cold and muggy, and many people don't like this, that we have been having a cold fall. And that's what, especially across the East and Southeast and north, maybe not so much the west. But you can see around Christmas time, Christmas Day, actually, right here, 25th, we could start seeing a little bit cooler air mixing in below average. Not nearly as much. The colors of orange are all over the place. Yes, they're still there across portions of the country, but compare it back to this, where nearly 90% of the country is above average. I mean, look at this. If we go to 2-meter temperatures, which is the actual temperatures that are at the surface, above freezing for many locations, and this for many is the coldest time of the year. You could see 60s getting as far north as southern Missouri, southern Illinois. So this is maybe during the night, some frost, some freezes, but this is not looking good for snow production until, again, we get later into the time frame, and that's when things could start cooling down. But as of now, not looking too good, guys. Let's go to the Canadian model. Quickly run the Canadian. I don't like looking at all with the temperatures. It kind of incorporates what's happening right now into the long range, and that's not what happens. It's right now it's a little bit colder across the east, so it will tend to have a colder east throughout the next couple of days, which it's not going to happen. That's just going to warm up. So let's go through the Canadian. You can see also some, the first storm coming through, the many storms, the parade of storms coming into the west. We get a couple more forming and organizing here into the central part of the country, going up the east coast, which could be into potential blizzard nor'easter. We'll have to see that, but this one only goes out to 240 hours. The National Weather Service has posted watches and warnings all over the place. Let's go to, say, Washington, D.C. metro area. That is a very well-populated area. Flood watches have been posted due to that big storm that's happening right now across the East Coast. And many of those storms will be repeating themselves throughout this time. You can see rain, no snow. You can see 3/4 of an inch, 1/4 an inch. So in total, I think 2 to 3 inches, 1 or 2, is definitely possible. So yeah, definitely a dangerous situation. Maybe not as much as if it was a snowstorm, but still an inconvenience at the very least. So this is what the National Weather Service maps look like as of now. Nothing much here. Some dense fog advisories, or just some fog. No, dense fog advisories in the Chicago area, Chicago Metro, Northern Illinois. Let's quickly go to the 6 to 10 day outlook. I think this is 6 to 10 day outlook. This is around that time where things could start getting cooler. You can see the Climate Prediction Center still has it way above average, which I'm not sure if I'm buying that, but we'll have to see. And they have a much below average, which I do think is actually possible, and it's looking as of now that's what's going to happen. 8 to 14 day outlook. That's even further along the line. A little bit less confidence in the warmer conditions, but that is just because it's further out. But I don't know if the CPC is doing the best job with this. We'll just have to see. And in terms of 8 to 14 day outlook, you can see that above average starts returning to the central part of the country and a little bit below eastern and western. We'll just have to see how this plays out. This is just kind of wish casting at this point. Even this changes 1,000 times. Let's quickly go to the European model. Let's go on total snowfall. Again, in terms of snowfall, not much at all. Let's hopefully this loads. Let's go to the next 10 days for the fun of it. And you can see maybe the Northeast receiving pockets of up to a foot in these areas right here. Shows 7 inches, but I think a foot in some areas is possible. Northern U.S. maybe 5, maybe up to a half a foot, and then the West is just absolutely ridiculous. I mean, let me show you this. So let's go out here. Yeah, you can see 48 inches. Let's go out here, 90. Some locations will be. I would not be surprised if they're going to be seeing over 200 inches of snow. So definitely good snowpack for the Cascades, the Rocky Mountains. Very, very good news. In terms of the rest of the country, not much at all, guys. Maybe as much as a 4/10 of an inch for the next 10 days, which is basically nothing for the rest of the country. The southeast, not much. Southwest, not much other than the mountains. And yeah, that's basically it, guys. The front range of the Rockies, not seeing much either. Let's quickly, I'd like to go to, I'd quickly like to go to the NAM 12KM and show you the possibility, since people have been talking about this lately on social media, about the possibility for a nor'easter, which I do think may be possible. So let's quickly go. But again, like I said, it's not looking likely at this point. So this is the storm. It moves up the East Coast, and right there has a little bit of snow into the interior parts of the Northeast. Has a little bit of snow into Massachusetts, Boston, but it's not looking too good in terms of snowfall. And if any does snowfall, I don't think there will be amounts as what the NAM is showing. I mean, you can see the NAM is showing just amounts that I don't think will be happening. Let's go to Northeast United States. You can see right there. I don't think that's gonna happen. But we should and will keep an eye on this just in case this happens. So thank you guys so much for watching. Consider subscribing, consider liking the video, and I'll catch you guys all in the next episode. See ya. Bye.